Hey y'all, Pip here, and because breathtaking views shouldn't come at a breathtaking cost, this is cheap gear for quality adventures.
So today I want to do something a little different. I know a lot of people buy the hammock and they have no idea how to set it up. So today we're going to do how to set up a hammock with only what's included. So this is our bareback hammock, which I have pilfered from my boyfriend, so thanks for that. Let's look at what's inside. So you get 2 pieces of this kind of rope stuff. I have no idea what kind of rope this is, if I'm being honest. You know, it's rope. This is a bag. And then your hammock, which has gathered ends and 2 beaners. So one little problem, when you put something around a tree, technically it's supposed to be at least 1 inch wide, so 1 inch tubular webbing works really, really well. However, if you're broke, like most of you are, you don't have extra money for that. So to make up for the fact that this is not 1 inch webbing, we will be using one thing that does not come with our hammock, and it's a pair of jeans. So this is essentially a pair of jeans that my friend sewed together and put rope on, but you don't need anything this fancy. Just like an old pair of jeans, you can go to the thrift shop and get a pair, just cut it in half. You need something to put on your tree. So we're going to put these on our trees to protect our tree bark, because that's very important. We don't want to hurt the nature that we're enjoying. I like to rig my hammocks a little high, so I pretty much reach as high as I can on my tree, and I'm just going to kind of wrap it around. And you won't have ropes, it kind of just stays. Like, it's not going to stay super well, but you're just kind of wrapping this around, and I'm just going to tuck these in here to protect my tree, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so besides protecting our tree, those rope pads also help with friction. So our little tiny ropes don't have a lot of surface area, which means they don't generate as much friction. So the rope plus the pair of jeans is going to allow us to get that extra friction we need to really keep our hammocks up. So when you unravel this, it's literally just like, here is some black rope. So what I like to do is put a bowline on my tree, because bowlines are really easy to untie. So I'm going to put a bowline on this one, and I'll use an overhand on that one just to show, like, if you can't tie the fancy knot, you can still hang your hammock. You're going to be fine. So this is my fancy knot tree. I make a little loop around and through, and that's my knot. Notice that I didn't really have to tie it tight to the tree. It's just gonna kind of hang out there. And then on the other side, because this is gonna be my less fancy side, so we get both options, I'm just gonna do, it's called a square knot. So you do I like short end over long end over short end. There's a square knot. That's going to hold me still. And again, it doesn't have to be super tight to my tree. Now I kind of want to measure. I don't know how close these trees are in relation to my hammock. I'm pretty bad at judging distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip one end of my hammock into the loop I already made around the tree. So I'm just going to clip this here. And then I'm just going to see, I don't know, maybe it'll already fit. That would be great. So I don't fit. Like, this is not ideal hammocking here. You want your hammock to be like a nice banana shape. I'm going to do our easy side over here, and I'll show you a complicated side on that side. So our easy side, I'm going to look at this. I'm going to say I want it to be about here-ish. And again, I'm just going to tie another square knot on my beaner. Ta-da! Now I want this end to also come down a little bit, and because we're using knots and not some other sort of like fancier technology, you might have to adjust it a little bit more by yourself. I mean, it's way better than spending more money, right? I'm going to unclip this side. This is our fancy thing, okay? So we're going to put a slip knot in here. If you know how to do a directional 8 or a butterfly, those work great, okay? So I put my slip knot in here. My solid rope is going to go through my beaner. I'm going to put my other end through my slip knot, okay? And I'm just going to kind of pull. So now this way it kind of adjusts. which is nice because I can look and see, well, this is a really low hammock right now. Maybe I want to pull it up a little bit. So this allows you to adjust, and it just allows you that flexibility that just tying in hard does not allow. To cinch this off, we use, it's called a half hitch. Basically, you're just making a little floor and putting your tail in. So that's a half hitch. So, and this is really low to the ground. These trees are pretty close together, but, so the first time you weight it, you kind of got to sit on it kind of slowly to let your system settle. I'm very close to the ground. So I'm going to probably raise this end up a little bit so I'm not on the ground. But you can kind of test it out. So let's raise this end. Even just clip this end right in. You don't have to have both ends tied up. And again, once you have it, I'm going to slowly weight the first time. Make sure everything works. And now I have a hammock. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below. If you want more videos on like how to tie knots and stuff, I'm more than happy to do those. One other thing, so I'm wearing this super cool t-shirt. It says caving, where the real stuff happens. I got this from a friend of mine who goes by Organic Robot on Etsy. He makes all of his shirts, designs, and prints himself. Really cool caver out of Indiana, so make sure you check him out. And don't forget to follow and subscribe.